see what's going on. Let's see what this is about. It's Phoenix.
I am the Phoenix. Behold my cosmic light. And I was holding back.
Huh?
Psychic shift. Cosmic flame.
Okay, so brother. This is essentially what, so far it looks like just a Moon Knight Hela combination. That's what this looks like. 3.
Turning up the heat.
It stacks. It stacks. Blank. That's not an ult. Okay. What? Oh man, poor Moon Knight, bro. Poor Moon Knight.
You are nothing.
Just deletes the ult. You see that?
Less than nothing.
What? Okay, hold on. We need to do some research real quick.
Behold my
So she looks like a bunker buster. 1, 2, 3. So 3 gets the target to ignite and explode, causing damage, and it looks like if they're near it, it automatically applies. I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna call it Scorch. Destiny. Anybody play Destiny? She leaves a clone behind when she dashes back. When they walk in it explodes. It causes the Scorch, and it does like massive damage. She got that Thor to half, right? Or was that Thor already at half? No, Thor's at full HP fighting a Wolverine. Wolverine gets the quarter, half. Boys, this is insane. So she 1, 2, 3 ignite, and it looks like it's hit scan. She's just a better Moon Knight. This is literally what Moon Knight and Hela combination is. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Look at this. She just bursts this bunker like it's nothing.
turning up the
Boom,
heat.
boom, boom. Now, obviously, there's a bunch of Loki clones here, and they're gonna hype her up in the trailer, but what was that? Was that her E? Okay, so hold on. I want to see. Right click, it looks like it's an area effect, and then applies the scorch, and if they're already scorched, it does massive damage. And her shift is what flies away. This is actually insane. And we're still getting Blade a month after she releases. Okay, in that ult, she deletes not only the Hela ult, instant kills everybody in the rocket ult itself, and everything in the area. Her ult counters what looks like support ults. I don't know if she can counter a Luna ult like immediately. So they have. Okay, so Rocket deploys ult. They're starting to get shield from it. The Rez is back here. Nest. Scarlet Witch is on her team, right? So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is number 5, Hela. She takes Hela out of the ult, lands on the group, kills everyone besides the tanks. And then she goes back to where she was. It's not like she's there, like, in the back line. So she can instant delete, and they're also like one tap, by the way. Like, let's not downgrade her. So this is looks like we're gonna be doing. So this is the Vanguard adjustments. So Emma Frost, the White Queen, is trading a bit of offense for more glam. Her damage and her survivability in diamond form are taking a slight hit. Ooh, I don't know. Reduced telepathic repulse damage at 99 energy from 120 seconds to 110 seconds, and from 150 seconds to 140 seconds at 100 energy. Okay. Reduce diamond form damage reduction from 30% to 25%. Oh, dude, this is a big one.
So now her and Thing are the same?
I think Thing is getting a buff. Hold on. Reduce the energy cost of Psychic Seduction ultimate ability from 37 to... Okay, so she's losing her survivability, but she's gaining a buff in her ult. So she can get her ult a little bit faster. And Emma's ult did take a while, but her ult does counter ults. So I don't know. I don't think she's going to be... This scares me. This 30 to 25, like, I think that's going to hurt a ton.
Well, it hurt Thing a lot. That's why no one plays Thing.
Yeah,
right now.
So I think she's going to be...
Because she's only getting 25.
Yeah, she can't solo tank now, I don't think. She's probably not going to be able to solo tank. I also don't think she's going to be... Like, she's going to be an off tank now. I don't think she's going to be able to, like, kind of, like, take damage and frontline as much.
I think as long as the healers are good, she can solo tank just fine.
Yeah, if you're running triple support, maybe.
That big of a hit. That
All right.
5% is not that big of a difference.
The Thing. We're not afraid to say it. It's clobbering time. Now with smoother moves and more utility. Time for more pain with your brothers and sisters in arms. New ability, Battle Blitz. The Thing leaps towards enemies, gaining 25 damage reduction. 25% damage reduction. Leap target distance to enemies is 20 meters.
So they took his leaping to teammates, and he can now do it to enemies as well.
Enemies.
Like,
and
it's just the same thing Reed can do.
And
instead of shields,
Stone Haymaker now affects flying enemies. He can counter flyers. He can knock you out of the air like it's nothing. That's crazy. That's a huge buff.
Now I want you to read this next bit.
Venom got a stickier grip. What? It's pause.
He's got a stickier grip.
His control after diving is now slightly more terrifying. Increased cellular corrosion enemy slow effect from 15% to 25%? That is insane. That's crazy.
Fine, but 25 is a bit much.
That's... Oh, dude, that's scary. He has a new team-up ability we'll get to in the bit chat. Okay, for the duelist, for our DPS, flame on, but mind the heat. Johnny's getting a team-up anchor effect, but a little less firepower to balance things out. Johnny is way too strong. Reduce fire cluster damage projectile from 6 to 5.5. That's super needed. Not too bad, but it's definitely needed. Reduce supernova activation shockwave damage from 80 to 75. Yeah. Fire tornadoes from 120 a second to 110 a second. That is huge. I don't know if he's going to be able to melt through support ults now. That might just nerf that a bunch. But he's able to stack them, so I don't know. Add team up anchor, bonus 5% damage boost. Okay, so he has a 5% damage boost all season. So I don't know. Maybe this works out well.
My Iron Man's taking a...
Oh, yeah, he is. Tony's slightly powering down the production damage output and a lower weight for his ultimate. So he's reducing his first two repulsor blast hits from 40 to 35 and from 50 to 40. Yeah, dude. Oh, that's a hit. That is painful, bro.
That ultimate increase is fucking nuts.
From 28,000 to 30. Dude, that's like a tank ult. Like,
That's now Emma's ult.
Iron Man might be useless here, dude. Mr. Fantastic.
So tough.
The Stretchy Genius gets slightly less tanky in his inflation state. Reduce inflated state bonus health from 400 to 350.
I think that's actually pretty bad.
I think this is...
He's not dying.
He
just doesn't die.
He really doesn't. The problem with Mr. Fantastic is, like, he's such a skill character. In the sense, like, if you have someone who's really good, they're not dying and they're doing insane amount of damage. Yeah. But if you have a bad player, they're just not dying. Like, they can't kill anything, but they're not dying.
They're just living on point.
Exactly. So, like, I think this is very much needed, but I don't think this is going to nerf his survivability that much. This is only 50 more HP, and whenever he gets into that tank form, I very rarely, unless the whole team is looking at him, see him go from that extra 400 down to 50. Does that make sense? Like, that extra 50 is not going to make or break it.
75 health away from him,
he'd be able to die
put him
faster.
at 325. I think 325 would be an even number for that.
I think so too. We'll see though. We'll see how this plays out. Namor. Increase Trident of Neptune projectile damage from 70 to 75 and projectile speed from 120 meters a second to 150 meters a second. This is huge.
So his autos come out faster and do 5
Yeah.
more damage?
That's actually crazy. Especially if you land a headshot.
Oh, and his alt fire.
Increased rate of 7C's projectile speed from 120 to 150.
So his alt fire just goes farther faster.
Yeah. Okay. Scarlet Witch. Reduce max slow rate during reality charge period from 35% to 25% and increase damage from 750 to... This is huge.
Well, since they nerfed Iron Man, someone's got to be able to delete squishies.
Yeah, this is huge. Now, do I think that she's going to be, like, top pick for getting rid of squishy ults? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think this is enough. I think that 25%... Because she's so... There's so many things that counter her. It's not even... Her ult, anyway. She's still a great character, and she doesn't lose the Strange team up, so she still will be viable. We'll see how this goes.
They have,
I
like,
don't
an
think it's
invis or
enough.
something?
Yeah.
He's not touching them.
I really don't think this is going to be enough to, like, really hurt her. Spider-Man! I hope this dude gets nerfed to the ground and we never see him again.
I don't think he's getting nerfed to the ground.
I know, he's not. Increase
That
get
is
over
a
here
buff.
kick damage when pulled to enemies from 50 to 55. Increase spider power mid-air damage from 50 to 55. Increase amazing combo damage from 55 to 60. That's insane. Okay, as much as I hate Spider-Mans on my team, and I'm the biggest Spider-Man hater on my team, this is actually necessary because Spider-Man cannot delete people. He just can't. And like high levels, yeah, if you're picking targets. But I think this will give him enough to be able to delete somebody if they're out of position. That's kind of like his whole shtick. Is, oh, you're out of position slightly, deleted. So I think this is
The
good.
Punisher's getting nerfed, by the way.
Yeah, this is honestly super necessary. So his turret projectile damage from 12 to 10, which is, yes, decrease spell field damage from 12 to 10, yep. Energy cost of Final Judgment from 34 to 37, dude. Yeah, Punisher ran this season. He ran this season, dude. Bucky's getting a little bit more dangerous from downtown. Okay. Damage fall off maximum at 40 meters from 60% to 70%. Okay. That's good. He needed that. Wolverine.
It's a good Bucky adjustment.
I think so too. Wolverine. Increase Feral Leap strike duration from 4 seconds to 5 seconds and increase its cooldown from 12 seconds to 15 seconds. Okay. I think this is going to hurt. I think this is going to hurt him a ton. Okay, because like his Wolverine has been so good this season because he can just keep spamming that repositioning of tanks on everything. And it's really hard to counter him.
It increases the strike duration, so that means
By a
they're
second.
getting more claw hits in.
Yeah, which then makes it to where
slashing
he's
more.
getting the his buff, his passive.
But it's only a 3% increase to the cooldown. That's actually good. I think that's a really good adjustment for Wolverine.
I think it's balanced. I think
That
it's
is
gonna
that is
hurt
one
the
more
player,
second
though.
of damage.
Yeah, but you're trading that for so like instead of 15 seconds in a fight, dude, is like make or break. I think 12 seconds was too quick.
But if you're just going in and snatching tanks, I think that's plenty fine.
I think
That
so
can
too.
delete
I
the
think
tank.
this fits the character's design
And especially
more.
he's getting a team up with Phoenix, which will allow him to have lifesteal.
Yeah, that shit's
Stupid.
Phoenix is not
Fucking
seeing the light of
stupid.
day in ranked. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Dumb as fuck, but I'm here for it.
All right, strategist. This is the important one. Okay. Invisible Woman. Increased orb projection healing on launch from 40 to 45 and damage from 20 to 25. That's huge. I don't even know if she really needed this. Reduce healing on return from 40 to 35 and damage from 20 to 15. This right here. This is way more important. I think this is good. But like her bounce back damage and healing was way too much. It kept teams up like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think this is extremely necessary.
Holy Loki fucking
Lurky. The Lurky.
Lurky.
Energy cost of God of Mischief from 4,000 to 4. Dude, Jesus.
Not even nerf Loki like that.
I think they're trying to get rid of the triple support. I think that's what they're trying to do.
All you Loki mans out there, count your days.
Yeah, bro. Damn. That's actually crazy. All right. I know Mantis is getting a huge buff. So, Healing Flower, new effect. Heals allies 2.5% a second. Reduced base healing from 20 seconds to 12.5 a second.
That's good. I like that.
That's really good. Energy cost of Soul Resurgence from 30. Dude.
So they reduce her alt cost and increase the max health from it.
Yeah.
Bonus.
Yeah.
Nice.
So she's going to be harder to kill in it, but.
And Ultron.
Bro. Yeah, and Ultron's getting nerfed to the fucking ground. 43 and 43. Like, the triple res, I think, might be done this season. This makes me sad as an Ultron guy. This makes me sad. Reduced dynamic flight acceleration effect from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. This is gonna hurt.
I think that's fair though, because he gets that for way too fucking long, and it gives him so much.
And he's way too moved. Yeah, as someone who plays Ultron, I'm a slithery snake.
His mobility for 8 seconds of that shit is ridiculous.
I agree. Firewall bonus health to self from 75 to 65 and allies from 55 to 50. This is not that bad. I think this for himself is going to hurt a ton because that is the get out of jail free card because you pair it with this to this. So you always save both to pair at the same time. Now, what I will say is they didn't affect the cooldown time on this, so I don't think this is going to hurt as bad as people think it's going to hurt. It is going to hurt him and his ability to stay alive. So what you're probably going to see is Ultron not pushing in as hard and him backing up a little bit. He's going to play more of that kind of backline and kind of poke. He won't be so much along with the tanks, you know, dodging and weaving. He's going to have to play a little bit more passive because he just does not have the health to sustain himself. All right. Team-ups. This is the bread and butter, chat. This is the bread and butter. Ever-burning bond, Human Torch, Spider-Man. This is crazy.
Spider-Man's gonna ban this season.
I think Spider-Man and Phoenix are done. That's what I think. So, as a team-up anchor, Human Torch gains a 5% bonus in damage output. Now, chat, some of you do not know, okay? That does not go away. You do not need Spider-Man on your team for the damage buff. The damage buff is constant. It doesn't need both on the same team to have the buff, okay? For those who do not know, that's all season, regardless if Spider-Man is picked on your team. However, Spider-Man unlocks a new Infernal Blast ability through his team-up of Human Torch. Alright, so time out. They have buffed Spider-Man's damages across the board, so he's able to like kill anything. You have a Johnny on your team. With this ability, you are deleting anything that's... If you're GM or above and you know how to play Spider-Man, deleted. Like, this is an instant one-tap kill. This is crazy. I don't think this sees the light of day. It might... Honestly, Spider-Man and Phoenix, I think, are going to be the two that are constantly banned. This one is actually crazy.
That's what I want.
This is insane. So, Phoenix Flame, or Primal Flame. So the team-up anchor is Phoenix. She gains a 10% bonus in damage output. Already crazy, considering that she's literally Moon Knight Hela combined. That's wild. But Wolverine gains his new Phoenix Warrior ability through his team up with Phoenix. And what that is what we said earlier, is lifesteal. That's crazy. So every time Wolverine pulls you, he adds a burn effect to you. He then
burns.
Yo, yeah. So now you're losing more health as you're getting sliced. He's taking your health and healing himself as he does it. So Wolverine theoretically doesn't even have to pull you from your front line to his back line. He can pull you back into your line and stay alive and not have to worry about getting caught, which is crazy.
But that healing, that passive healing, is very slow. It's like it's like Moon Knight and Cloak's team up.
Yeah. But pair that with his passive.
It's really slow.
Like if he has just a little, that gives him a little bit of extra survivability. He gets his passive activated. He has that shield boost. He's out. Like that one's scary.
That's if they let the Phoenix go through and doesn't ban the bitch.
Yeah. So the Spider-Man and
removed.
Yeah, removed. However, okay, now this is a little scary. The Stark Protocol. Squirrel Girl gains a new Squirrel Missile ability from her team up of Iron Man. It hones in on any enemy.
Throwing that shit straight into the air and hit.
And it just auto locks, which is crazy.
Homing Squirrel goes nuts.
So Iron Man might be a throw pick, but if you do have a really good Squirrel Girl on your team, this might actually be justifiable for Iron Man to be on your team. And if you're running a Ultron as well, like you could do triple support, 1 tank, Iron Man, Squirrel Girl. Your damage output, even though Iron Man got tanked hard, that Squirrel Girl I think is gonna make up for it. I think you'll still be able to be viable. We'll see though. We'll see. I don't think this is enough to really justify Iron Man's existence in the game. We'll see though.
It's in the game?
Yeah. The Human Torch Storm ult. The fire is out and the Storm has passed on this team up. Storm loses the Burning Hurricane ability gained from her team up with Human Torch. Human Torch loses the Omega Fire ability gained from his team up with Storm. This is huge. This needed to be gone
with that.
a while ago. The fact that you could have Human Torch, Storm, and Jeff on your team and just cycle through that stuff is stupid. I'm glad this is gone. This is huge for the game as a whole. Symbiote Shenanigans. The Goddess of Death joins in the shenanigans. Oh, this is huge. So Hela's ability.
Yeah. It's a 25% slow.
Yeah.
The Chandrils add 25% slow to her lockdown.
And it lasts longer. And it like tethers you. Which is
so awesome.
Fucking
so good.
insane. Venom, I think, is going to be a top tank pick this season. With his buff and this team up, I think we're going to see a lot of Jeff, Venom, Hellas.
I think it's going to be fun.
I do too.
This is for you. This one's all for you right here.
Yep. All right, so
the
the Guardian Revival. Increase Leader's Soul and Nature's Soul ability cooldown from 120 seconds to 135 seconds. Now, as a professional Star-Lord main, a top 500 Star-Lord, alright? I don't see this as a negative. Because Star-Lord should be playing his life anyway. What I will say, though, is this extra 10 seconds is going to make a big difference for your healers.
15 seconds.
Oh, 15, yeah. 15 seconds is going to make a difference for your healers. This is going to be... This will not affect Star-Lord as much because if you're playing Star-Lord right, you should barely be dying. His survivability is insane. Now, Adam and Mantis, this is going to hurt them. This is going to hurt them. Because if you pop that res one time, this will change it from maybe having to go a fight and a half to like 2 fights before you have this back. That's going to change that game.
Jeff this season, I'm not going to
lie. Yeah. So we're slightly increasing the power of Jeff's end of his team up ability. So increase the Guardian of the Deep maximum bonus health from 50 to 100. And max turn drill link period from 3 seconds to 5 seconds. This is huge. This is
more
huge.
Healing. And
he's going to do more healing and it lasts longer. So Venom players, rejoice. You are going to be a top pick this season. Guaranteed. I'm kind of excited. It doesn't seem like they're kind of keeping everything kind of the same. I know there was a lot of propaganda that like Dive is like dead. It's not. Black Panther is still fucking crazy. Spider-Man is going to be insane. I think Venom now. This is my mark my words.
Stick your grip.
It's going to be Thing to counter Dive. Okay? You're going to have Thing and probably Mag. Thing, probably Mag. Versus Venom and more than likely Mag. That's my hypothesis here. We will see, though. We will see.